Welcome back to the Loveland Report and Loner Ranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's best real estate planner, alongside the Loner Ranger, giving you your mortgage news, your real estate news. I'm going to dive into some listings real quick, Bruce. We got prices all over the board here. I've got a great starter home in DeLand, 3-2, 285,000, quarter-acre lot, 1,400 square feet, fresh paint on the inside, all tile. You can move right in, screen porch, no HOA, literally across the street from the elementary school. Kids go walk across the street to school. I've got one in Greater Hills, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,800 square feet for $389,000. And this is original owner took care of this, had it built for them in 1993. And they've gotten granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, natural gas cooking in this neighborhood. And so that's at $389 on that one. Palisades in Clermont for $499. This is the best price pool home around. Most of the homes with pools, 2,000 square feet or $500,000. This one's $499 for 2,700 square feet and a side entry garage. Fresh carpet, fresh paint. You got laminate floors throughout the living areas, high ceilings everywhere, 15-foot ceilings. Just a beautiful house. 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths on that. And then I've got in Oviedo, downtown Oviedo, where I grew up. In fact, I remember riding my bike past here to go play asteroids at the local, the shop and stop. 875,000, 3,800 square feet with a guest apartment, full apartment, not just a big room, not just a studio, nice. Bedroom, laundry room, living area with kitchen, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 3,700 square feet, builder's own home, travertine throughout the first floor. You got no HOA, bamboo floors on the second floor. Just a beautiful plan.
There's a multi-generational home for you.
And Oviedo's blowing up. There's a whole nother plan for another town center there. And they're going to have townhomes from 700,000 and custom homes. Mount Dora Country Club, 639,000, 3,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, double masters in this, Bruce, and not just a master with an ensuite.
Multi-generational.
Well, multi-generational, and it's got both masters have ensuites with tub and separate shower.
Nice,
beautiful property, 3,000 square feet
with
a
pool. 2-story or one?
That is a single story ranch.
So that
plan.
You know what, folks, you're listening to this because there's so many folks that need to, they either have an adult child living in the house, or
in-laws, outlaws coming to live with them.
Yeah, or you know what? I had a beautiful family I talked to. I did a mortgage for them, and the husband has since passed away, and now they want to move the mom into their house. Yep. So they want to buy a new home. And I'm like, you know what? That's wonderful that you can do that. But you want to have that separation because they still want some independence, right?
And I've got another one here that would work that way too. It's a 3-way split plan, but 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, all 1 story except for the bed. 1 bedroom is upstairs, a bonus room. Right now it's being used as a sound studio. $599, paid off solar panels. This is in Metro West.
I love that.
3,000 square feet, paid off solar panels for $599, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths in the Hamptons. Give me a call if you want to take a look at any of those.
In the
407.
You're doing New York or Connecticut
It's
now?
a subdivision in Metro West.
New York.
407-352-8118. I don't think you can pay the bridges to get across into the Hamptons for less than $500,000.
I don't know. I have never been to the Hamptons before, but I did make it to Block Island right across from there this year for the first time. But yes, our Hamptons are definitely different price than the Hamptons in Long Island. So I think that their starter homes would be even higher than our highest priced homes. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about what's happening in the market just to keep things a little fresh. Here's the thing. Interest rates have definitely improved a little bit this week. So not a lot, but they're improving. They're going in the right direction. But I want to really get into a little bit more of market and market fluctuation. So even though the market is fluctuating, we're seeing rates go up and down, and I don't think that's going to stop. Right now, inflation is what really is driving interest rates to where they are. Oil prices now that we're down under that $80, they're seesawing, but they're down under 80. But if we can get inflation under control, I think the bond market will really react to that, and we'll start to see some improved pricing. Why does oil matter? Why do you think oil prices matter?
It drives inflation.
It does. Oil prices can eventually reduce transportation, manufacturing costs. Lower inflation can improve the bond market. Better bonds perform and translate into lower interest rates. Why should buyers wait? Should a buyer wait right now? Or I want to ask you this question. Should a buyer wait to buy right now?
No.
Okay.
Buy as soon as you can, then buy again as soon as you can.
Okay. So you and I both know that. But we're not saying that because we're in the business of helping you buy a home. We're in the business because that is the truth of the matter. I made two major mistakes in real estate. Number one, I didn't buy properties when I should have right after the recession.
Yep.
I was scared.
Yep.
I was in fear.
Yep.
I didn't know when it would ever come back. So I didn't buy them. Do you think I would have done well if I bought properties between 2009
It's
and
hard
15?
to time the market.
It is hard to time the market, but just like Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So right now, if you walk around and say, hey, are you a little fearful of the economy? And somebody says, yes, you should go out and buy houses.
Yeah.
That's exactly what,
well, that's
Warren
what we've been going
Buffett's
through for
telling
4
you.
years. These slowdowns last 3 to 5 years, usually in real estate. And even with crummy interest rates over the past 3 years, 4 years, we still have had appreciation. Barely, sometimes
Of
it was
course we have.
negligible, but it's still appreciating.
I'm
So,
also seeing multiple offers on houses again.
sometimes, yeah.
If you're waiting for foolish reasons, and here's the other thing, even though the new Fed chair, Warsh, decided not to increase interest rates this session, the next one is in September. It's right around the corner, folks. And they are thinking now there's like a 60 to 66% chance. We'll have to check FedWatch, but there's a high probability, over 60%, that they're going to do a Fed hike. Now, will that increase interest rates on mortgages? It's hard to tell. It might actually improve them. It's hard to tell.
I want to talk about big tech out there and the Zillows and the Rocket Mortgages and everything. These are Silicon Valley companies, and, and it's funny when you've got to watch out for them. This is not who you want helping you with your real estate. It's just, you're not going to get the service. When they've got a NASCAR team, they got billboards everywhere. I just had a billboard realtor. One of the billboard companies wrote me an offer on a property 15% below list price. When does that ever happen, Bruce?
And
I was nice about it. I asked him, I said, hey, can you send me over the comps you used to pick that number? Or did you pull that number out of thin air?
Yeah.
And he kind of didn't know what to say and got a little offended with me, but I'm like, it's not going to go anywhere. And I got him a counteroffer. I got him a very reasonable counteroffer. One of those listings I just talked to you about. But they are not trained. They are not shown, hey, homes
they're
are
good
selling.
Marketers, but they're not good realtors.
Yeah. And that's a different department. Yeah. Different person paying the $1 billion marketing budget and buying the billboards as compared to just putting a realtor to work with no experience and paying them a salary. So, because they don't know how to price anything. They don't have a boss to check on, a sales manager to bounce things off of, or to say, hey, look, the last 4 homes in here were only 2,000 square feet and they sold for 500.
But those robo real estate companies that advertise that, and you hear them all the time, they're not going to come in at full price. They very seldom come in. They're usually going to lowball
it's just experience. And what's best, and I think this is, we've got almost 20,000 realtors in Central Florida, and 3/4 of them didn't sell a house last year. That's a problem.
Oh, I think it's more than that. And I think it was 79%.
And you've got buyers in the back seat sometimes. Now, let's say they only work with a couple a year, and those people are qualified. You've qualified them, Bruce, and that person's just driving them around, or doesn't drive them around, and they get discouraged because they want to look at something and then it's sold, and their realtors working the register at Publix, and they can't get them out to look at something. So be very careful. Pick a real estate planner that's been around for a while. I just helped a gentleman. He did not need to sell. He thought he needed to sell. I got him hooked up. He had some debt. I got him hooked up with you for just a HELOC.
Yep.
And he just wanted to pay off some bills. I'm like, where are you going to go? You're going to throw away? He goes, well, I'm going to pay these things off and then rebuild my credit. I'm like, your credit's fine. Just pay this stuff off. Unlock some equity. I go, selling costs you. It costs to sell. It costs to buy again.
I got to tell you about 2 clients I had this week that were, these are marvelous situations. Now, first of all, call Cleve. He's the voice of real estate. He can be reached now at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118. My name's Bruce Woodburn. I'm the loan arranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 35 years, 36 years now, actually. And I've helped thousands and thousands of folks. And I'm right here in your backyard. And I'd love the opportunity to help you, your family members, even your employees. Call me at 407-250-9144. or go to webringyouhome.com. So I had these clients, 2 separate transactions, both called, had lots of equity in their home. And they also had mortgage rates in the 3s currently. But one of them, they had $70,000 in debt. Another one had $114,000 in debt. And they were called for a HELOC. So I looked at HELOC and I went, HELOC can work for you. It's a little bit cheaper, but they also can fluctuate. And if they're fixed, they're going to be a higher rate than a mortgage rate. So I said, let's look at both. I ended up refinancing, but here's the thing. their current debt, if I added their mortgage payment and all their payments, and most of them are minimum payments on a credit report. They're not a full amortized payment on a credit card. They're minimum payments.
Yep.
They don't even cover full interest.
Yeah.
I added them all up, $5,000. I got him down to $2,500. But when I said, if you take the $2,500 that I'm saving you per month and you put it back on your mortgage,
You pay it off in 10 years.
was paying off in 8.5 years.
Yeah.
The next one I did paid off in 5.5 years. The guy's like, you've got to be kidding me. I could pay the same amount I'm paying right now, and I'd have no debt, including a mortgage in 5.5 years.
I just ran across one. This is a listener. I ran across one, had husband and wife, and they had separate accounts and a lot of debt building up. And that's because one thought the other one was saving for retirement, and the other one thought the other one was saving for retirement. And turns out there was an embezzler in the mix too, with lots of money going down the tubes, or excuse me, being delivered at the front door from Amazon. So you've got to have control of these finances and have a 3-month savings account. But your real estate's a big asset and will help a lot of people get closer to being a millionaire. And sad thing is, Bruce, 10 years ago, yeah, okay, thought about being a millionaire, great. Now, thanks to Sleepy Joe and all the inflation he gave us, $1 million probably won't do it.
No, as a matter of fact, $1 million, if you had $1 million,
pays you about $5,000 a month.
That's exactly what it pays you.
Yep. So you want that plus your Social Security,
right?
I think the main thing is, Bruce, no matter how much you make, if you're not saving at least 10 to 20% of your income every month, when you do finally stop working, your lifestyle will not be the same.
Sure.
And that's the main thing I help people with. And I've had those sad conversations where I got somebody selling a nice house for $650 and there's a mortgage on it for $250, but they're buying a manufactured home in Mount Dora or in Zellwood for $150,000. And then they got to live on that other $200-300 grand. It's just not a lot.
No,
and it's not life
people
changing.
Think that they're doing well. They got a 401k and they got $300,000 or $400,000 in it, and that is doing well. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But you have to look at, is that going to be enough for retirement? And if you consider inflation into that, it's probably not.
What if we helped you with 1 or 2 rental homes? We teach you about leapfrogging, and you have 2 rental homes, and later on towards retirement, you've had both of them for 10, 15, 20 years, and you sell one to pay off the other one, and you get another supplemental $3,000 a month coming in. So if you want to make a real estate plan, call me. I'm Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's best real estate planner, 407-466-2634.
Actually, it's 407-352-8118, 407-352-8118. Write that number down, because that also gets directly to his team, and they'll connect you with Cleve. If you need a mortgage, purchase, refinance, home equity line, you want to build your own home, you want to renovate a home, you need a home equity line of credit, no matter what it is, if it's tied to a piece of real estate, I can help you with it. As long as it's residential. I don't do commercial real estate. A little bit here and there, but not much. 407-250-9144. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I'm the loan arranger. Again, that's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com. We got to take a break. I want to be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger Show. I want to talk about strategy in the market, who should be buying, who is buying, and what type of terms can you expect. I'll be back in 5 minutes with Cleve Loveland.